Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Celestial Talks
Hello.
podcast. I have something to say straight off the bat. I want to talk about creative freelance people and how hard it is for people to make a living off what they love to do, and there's like no specific like schooling or like career path for it.
Yeah.
You know? Because I'm one of those people, right? And lately, I don't know if it's like a little depression or just like a little slope that I'm going down. Not little, but like I feel like I'm like in a very uninspired place right now.
Yeah, for sure.
In I don't want to say my life, but in my career path, you know?
Yeah.
I don't want to say I'm not doubting on what I'm doing, but I just can't see my future, you know?
It's hard. We've talked about this, pretty often, where it's just really hard for people in this industry, just like this, like, Hollywood industry to make it.
Well, think about it. Think about, I guess, YouTubers. Think about photographers, videographers, such as myself.
Yeah.
Artists, people that paint, actors, singers, all that shit. There's nothing
so hard.
basic.
Yeah, there really isn't. It's really a lot of luck, too. I feel like a lot of luck plays into it and connections, but it's really hard if, it's really hard. I think it's like, it's meant to be. It's going to work out. If not, it's like,
But like I mentioned earlier, there isn't a... there's no clear road. There's no clear road or career like choices to make, because you can go to film school, but after film school, the people
it doesn't really matter.
It's who you know at the end of the day.
And also it's like there's a lot of film schools that aren't that great and don't have those big connections. But even then, you can learn to edit.
Let's just say if you go to UCLA, like giant schools like UCLA, USC, their film programs are amazing because they actually have to spend like $60,000 on like their school projects or school films, So that's they have like
they have those connections to get you there, but also it's really like. But then there's people who never went to school for this and they're doing amazing.
It's all about talent, and I feel like it's how well prepared you are for, I guess, the next upcoming opportunity you have. Because you know what they say, you're only as good as your last video. And honestly, where I am right now, there's obviously so many, every day I can be improving on something, and I should be, but laziness gets to everyone. But it's just, I just want to say it's hard to make a living off of it, It
really is.
Because I'm trying to do this full time, and for the past like 4 or 5 months I have been on my own. I guess my standard is like make enough for rent each month.
At this point, it's just like enough for what you need to live.
Yeah. But it's like right now it's just like thinking how can I keep this up, Because eventually, like now what I'm going through is like it's dry. I'm dry.
I think it's really hard to find someone to grow with, and I feel like that's how a lot of these like people, like you've been into like the whole artist scene area, and it's really hard to find someone to grow with.
Yeah, definitely.
Because you've met a handful of people, and it's like, but it's just like one time thing here, one time thing there. So there's only the guys that you've really not grown with, but like you consistently went to their shows and worked with them.
Yeah.
But also it's like they're not huge, so it's hard for, it's just like you both have to grow together, and I think that's really hard. Like Childish Gambino, he grew with his videographer.
Yeah. For people that don't know Childish Gambino or Donald Glover, he has a really good creative team around him, which makes him look so good, But like you said, he grew with them. He grew with them because even before he was famous, he was making these music videos as good as they are now,
And his videographer was starting off as well. And
his director. It's
his director. Yeah, he grew with him. So.
And they stuck together. You know?
So I think it's really hard to find someone like that. But also, it's like
just the fact for like people that are starting and getting their foot in the door and like these types of things to try to do what they love full time. Yeah, it's hard.
And there's just so many people doing it now. There's just so many people who are doing it. It's like a huge movement right now.
But at the end of the day, who are the ones that are sticking with it and not just picking a camera on the weekend? You know.
Yeah, It's. It's rough.
It's hard. It really is. Yeah.
And it can go into, there's just so many, there's so many that it's like, well, we have this option. Before it used to be like, oh, well, we only have 2 guys who are available. Now it's like we have 10.
The photography
so the competition's really hard.
Yeah, like with social media, the photography scene really grew. And videography like really exploded in like the last 3 to 4 years.
Yeah.
And
the
then
most, yeah.
And then like I was watching this video. His name is Dan Mays, and he made a video of like how to be a filmmaker in this day and age. And one of the first things he said was that if you barely got into it in the last 5 years, you're kind of fucked because everyone's following a pattern with the same style too. And I kind of fall in that category as well because I use the same like editing styles, I guess. Yeah. And it's just hard to stand out.
It is. It is.
But at the end of the day...
But it also takes years too to get noticed. Even just like in general, like we're talking about like, singers and actors and all of that. It takes years of work to really get noticed, Yeah. No one was just like an overnight sensation. It's always been like, oh, well... I was an extra in 2010, and then in 2012, I got a talking role.
It's a grind.
It is.
Yeah, and it's just, it's embarrassing that I'm barely figuring that out, Yeah. It's because I'm...
But no, you've always talked about that. Like, you've always been like, I'm not expecting, to have anything solid for a while.
But to feel like, I guess, the way I'm feeling about it is a whole different experience.
You've been doing it for 3 years at this point.
3 years?
Yeah. Going into your 4th. Yeah. That's like film school. But it's only been really a solid year of freelance. Before you weren't actually freelancing. You were kind of just in school and then like working part-time jobs. I
don't remember the last time I actually had like a regular job. It was
like a year and a half ago.
A year and a half ago, huh?
Yeah. Like before you finished school, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was before you finished school.
Before I finished school.
Damn. So it's like, everything works out, but I think it's just like that uncertainty of like where, like we were talking earlier, like, well, what do you have for this month? Yeah. Where are you going to get rent money from? So... Yeah. I looked up a couple stats and I saw a video a while ago and it was Kanye West, photographer for his clothing company. And she talked about just like the industry. And she was like, there's only like 1% of people who actually make it big, who actually make it to like hundreds of thousands of dollars a year. Mm-hmm. Like there's only 1% of the entire community who makes it. And then she's like, there's a very small percent amount of people who make it comfortable to where they can have nice things. And then the majority of these people have to have like a side job to be able to make ends meet.
Yeah, definitely.
So it's not just like, it's just you. Uh-huh. It's just also, it's something that's really hard and really competitive. And not everyone needs it. But I think the need for it is growing because there's a lot of YouTubers don't film for themselves or they don't edit themselves or they're coming up with new businesses. So they need photographers, videographers for ads and stuff. So I think it's really growing. But there's also a lot of people getting into it, so it's kind of like back into the same situation. But,
and like for someone in my position, and then like going on social media and then seeing other people striving in it, or for what it seems that they're striving, it's just like I think about that, and it's like I obviously want to be in that position, but then I sometimes think about how hard they had to get to where they are now, you know?
Yeah.
Sometimes it's just pure luck. You just got to meet the right people or be in the right place.
I mean, I feel like you've gotten lucky. The fact that you've been able to live on your own for the past several months, making ends meet on your own, it's, you know.
It's not easy, but
like, you've gotten lucky. Like, you find ways, you know. You also aren't just sitting on your ass all day and doing nothing. You do, but you're emailing people, you know. You're not just doing nothing. You're emailing people looking for jobs, emailing artists. But, you know, it's not like you're just sitting there, like, just playing video games all day, you know?
Yeah, definitely.
So, I mean, you just gotta keep on going.
Keep on hustling, huh? It's all about the grind, honestly.
It's rough. It, like, makes me nervous sometimes. I'm like, dude, like, what do you have this month? Like, where are you gonna get rent money from? Like, are you emailing? Are you going out and doing anything? Like, it's hard. It's hard. And it's just like, I feel like the group of people who actually make it are very kind of closed off.
To fully say you do it full time, comfortably, you know, that's hard.
Or,
just saying that.
Yeah.
Especially if you're freelance too, you know?
Yeah, and then, like, contracts don't really exist in this world. They don't. Unless you're working for, like...
Professional-wise.
So. Yeah, like on TV. You know, on movie sets, but they don't really exist contracts.
I'm sure some freelancers are smart about it and make their own contracts and make their.
But no, I mean, like, it's not like you're hired or coming 7 days a week. Like
yeah. It's usually one-time thing or twice. It's hard to find that one. It's hard to find that one opportunity that makes it consistently for like.
And even then, it's not super consistent because there's people who, like, artists. You know, they're not always on tour. They're not always making music videos. So it's even then, it's hard to have that, like, consistency with people like them, you know?
How many full-time positions have I been asked for? Not that many, huh?
Well, you have that one.
Just that one, but nobody else has been like, we want you to stick here.
The one job he's talking about is they asked him, like, hey, we need someone, like, on the daily, like, take daily pictures of them.
Yeah, I'll explain it. I worked with an artist that I worked with twice before, and their team asked me if I was wanting to do it full time with them, right? And they asked me, you can move in with us, you know, give us a rate. Give us a rate, your standard, like
daily rate.
Full-time daily rate.
Yeah.
Or weekly rate.
Yeah.
Full time. And I gave them like a reasonable rate, not minimum.
Yeah.
But not too high either. And they thought that was way too much.
Yeah.
And then
they're also up and coming too, though, so they had a small budget to work with.
Yeah.
And then that just kind of.
But then they asked for the bare minimum
too. Yeah.
Yeah, they asked for the bare. We got down to the bare minimum, and I was like, full time, it's not even worth it, honestly.
Yeah.
So.
I feel like if things would have worked, well, some stuff happened with them, so like nothing ever happened. But I feel like if they kept management together, do you think you would have like done it for the minimum that they were asking for?
Maybe.
Because we did the math. You were definitely making rent in like a week and a half.
Full time?
Yeah, remember when we did like what they were offering you?
No, it was like that was the bare minimum. That was like minimum wage. We made the math, and their bare minimum that were asking me
was like almost minimum
was
wage.
Pretty much minimum wage.
But it was enough to pay rent and still have like a decent amount.
Not that much,
right? But like versus now,
you
know, like I feel like you would have taken it. I feel like I would have been like,
I would have.
Just take it. You're still making rent. You're still making your bills, and you still have extra to pay whatever else you need to pay.
Yeah.
But yeah, that sucked that didn't work out, but...
I've been trying to get in contact with them again.
Yeah. You're totally zoned out right now.
I am. Do you see my eyes? I was cross-eyed right now.
Yeah, I know.
No, but you know, shout out to everyone that's out there, you know, doing what they love and figuring it out how to live off of it. And if you're, you know, in that little rut like I am right now, just keep on fucking hustling.
Yeah.
You know?
There's something out there for everybody.
Yeah. You just have to keep No matter how hard it gets.
It just makes me nervous. Like, I can only imagine, like, how you feel sometimes.
Sometimes, like, the other day, remember I called you and I was like...
Yeah.
Last night I had, like, this mental
breakdown. You, like,
breakdown.
had, like, a low-key mental breakdown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it's all I know what to do.
I think in our last podcast, our mystery question was, like, what would you be doing if you weren't doing this? And, like, you had no answer. You know, it's like... It's scary though, you know, for like I can't imagine being in that position. Like, I'm so lucky, like the job, like what I'm going to school for is in such high demand. Like, you will not find a job. Like, you will get a job anywhere because it's in such high demand. So it's like, for me, it's like I'm fine, you know, even if it's in a really bad school or in a bad hospital or wherever. It's like I know I'll be fine, but it's like I can't imagine being in like in that community where it's like, I don't know when I'm going to go film again, or like, that's really scary.
It's just, I feel like in everyone's mind, it's just finding that one job that maintains you for, as a salary, I guess, as a regular job, you know?
Yeah.
But to me, I feel another problem of mine is that I don't know what
direction you want to go.
What direction I want to go with this, you know? Like, I know it's been a year. I mean, it's been a good long year.
Yeah.
And it feels like forever, but there's still so much experience I'm going to get from different projects, working with different people.
Like, you just did a commercial type one today, or this past week. Yeah.
Yeah. And there's just, since I don't have much experience with all that, there's just so many ways I can go, and I don't have one pictured right now. Like, I think the best way to, like, break it down to my experiences and, like, what direction I would pick right now, I think just involves me being my own boss and creating what I want to create. Like, that's the best way I can describe it, you know? Working with people that I want to work with.
Yeah.
And, you know?
I know what you're saying.
Because, I mean, right now the job experiences I've had have gave me, like, the creative freedom of just making
whatever you want,
I want, and they would expect something awesome in return. But that's such a big range of freedom. That's so
broad. I'm like, where are you going with this? Because it's so broad.
No, but think about it. Yeah, like, they don't ask me, oh, how are you going to edit this video?
Yeah.
Oh, what type of shots are you going to take? They don't know the final product because they trusted me to, like, you know, create something, and then they're going to want to be blown away.
They might say, like, oh, we want this type of feel, but really,
even then, I really don't.
Yeah.
It's only by the song choice. Like, if they have a specific song choice, I'm gonna base my edit off of that song and what that vibe is,
and go with that vibe.
But they always give me that creative freedom, which is awesome. Yeah. Because I'm like,
and then obviously they tell you, like, hey, change this or that. Or
so with those job experiences I've had so far, I feel like that's the best goal in the career.
I feel like you'd be really good with the artist.
Working with artists
world,
like, music wise. It's on. I've been doing that for the past year, 2018. I started
this year.
Yeah. I started it in February. Just specifically reaching out and trying to work with artists and stuff, and I've had some awesome, crazy experiences. You know. Yeah,
it's been dope.
So it's like I've only been in that realm for so little. I barely stepped in it.
Yeah. I'm like, it feels like it's been forever, but I know it's only been a little bit.
Yeah, it's only been...
There's still a long road ahead.
It's September now, and I got into it in February.
That was 6 months ago.
Yeah. I mean, half a year.
A little bit over 6 months. Yeah. It's crazy.
But...
You just gotta keep hustling.
Yeah.
Keep learning new... whatever they're called.
New things. Just new things, dude. Yeah, I've been thinking about my editing style and how I'm portrayed by other people. Yeah. By my work. And I still can't have, like...
Like, you don't have a solid something like, that's Omar's work.
Yes. Yeah. Because literally anyone, I feel like at this day and age, anyone that sees my videos can see it somewhere else. Yeah. Or can expect it by someone else.
I guess finding your own groove.
I still don't have that signature styles, my identity. You know?
I mean, I feel like you're really into, like, the fast transitions.
But that's the thing. Everyone does that.
Oh,
you know? But
like,
there's not like that one thing where it's like, oh, this is Omar's video, you know?
Yeah. That's really hard right now, though, too, because everyone learns from each other. So it's like, oh, I really like that transition. I'll go figure it out. And then they'll start doing it. And then, like, they're...
Or maybe I do, and we just can't see it.
I think you kind of do, but it's not, like, what you're expecting from it. Mm-hmm. It's nothing like, oh, my God, that's Omar.
Well, I don't expect that.
You know?
I just hope people see, like...
No, you definitely have a vibe, though. You definitely, like, you know, have something. And I feel like even people that you work with, they're like, oh, I really like your transitions. Like, can you make sure they have those? Because when you send your reel or whatever, your samples, I feel like you've gotten that a lot. Like, oh, I really like your transitions. Like, make sure that our video has that. You know? Everyone
uses those transitions, honestly.
Really?
I
don't watch too much. Well, obviously you're a sprinter. I'm not. Yeah. So. Well, to anyone that's doing that, keep hustling. You'll get there one day. If not,
keep hustling.
Keep hustling.
Honestly, like I honestly really like doing it. Yeah. But it's just I don't want to say at this point. Yeah. Some days I just feel lost.
Yeah.
You know, I feel lost, and I don't know where this is leading me in life because I really don't.
Yeah, but also it's like you don't have anything to worry about right now, except for rent. You know, so it's like I don't think you should freak out about it, or other people who are like in the same situation should freak out about it. I just started.
That's the thing.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like
a year.
It hasn't been like 10 years. Yeah. Maybe in like 10 years, if you're still like in the same situation, I'd be like, okay, like, come on, we gotta do something here. But
that's sad if I'm in the same situation 10 years from now.
Or like even if you get like I feel like a lot of this is like, well, even weddings. Like, people can't make that much money off of weddings either because it's like, it comes in seasons.
But I know people that...
Yeah, but that's hard.
I know someone that shoots weddings to pay the rent for the year.
Yeah, to pay rent.
Yeah.
But they don't have extra money for anything else, you know?
But
they have 2 part-time jobs, technically.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
They do part-time weddings and part-time the other stuff.
Yeah.
So it's just, you know,
it works out. They make it work. I feel like they compromise.
Well, their seasons are opposites, no?
No.
Wedding season and
weddings are literally.
But there's the time you don't see weddings in December that often.
I know, but it's like
summer and spring, I think, are the wedding season.
Yeah.
So it's like obviously that's when it's like they're like go go go.
I feel like getting down to the bottom of my situation is I just need more experience in it because I kind of did just start a year into it.
Yeah.
Then I think about those people that haven't done it for a year and they're well off, you know?
Yeah.
So it's like, what am I doing wrong?
Yeah. And a lot of people, especially now, it's like a lot of younger people are starting to do it. And then it's like in a couple of years, or it's like, let's say like you didn't really start in high school. Like, you didn't start until you got out to LA doing it. So there's people that started in high school and have continued to do it. So that's why they're, you know, successful now because they've had all those years. But I don't know.
Yeah. No, but I maybe I just need more experience.
Yeah.
Since it's only been such a short amount of time.
Yeah.
I guess. Or it's like I gotta be doing something else.
Yeah. I think, you know, I don't think it's time to be like, oh, I can't do this anymore. Yeah. You know, like it's been too small amount of time for something that takes so long to develop for everybody.
Yeah.
You know, I think that's hard because you're like trying to make ends meet and still live kind of comfortably. That it's like, you know.
Yeah.
But you'll get there.
Oh man, it's kind of depressing. I don't know.
It is a little bit. It sucks. Like the other day you called me and I like felt bad. I'm like, well, I don't know, you know, what that feels like. Like I said, it's like I know what's gonna happen, you know, like.
Yeah, you know, in your career.
But yeah, and so
because you have like the steps for.
Yeah, it's like go to school, get your license, go to work.
Yeah, fine.
You know,
apply to these jobs.
So yeah, like I might have trouble getting a job maybe, but it's such high demand that they need these like therapists that it's like they'll just hire anybody sometimes, you know. So even if I suck, I'll still get a job somewhere, you know.
That's funny.
You know, because it's in such high demand. There's schools that will pay for your schooling because it's in such high demand there. So,
why is that? Because of just, why is it such a high demand?
Because it's a really low key job. Like, not a lot of people really know about speech. Mm-hmm. You know, like a lot of people don't realize
how much we need them.
How much we need them. There's a lot of kids that need them.
I know there is, and people too.
Well, adults, yeah.
Yeah, but it's just weird because I never would have heard of it if it wasn't for you. You know?
Yeah.
Why is it so low key?
I don't know.
It just because it's related to health or something? Or?
I don't know.
Because, like you said, it's in high demand, and if it really...
It's just, like, really underfunded. Well, like, at schools, there's some schools that don't even have physical speech therapists. They do it, like, via online because the budget for the school isn't big enough to be able to hire a therapist.
Damn.
Yeah.
That must suck.
Yeah, so there's that. And
I feel bad for those kids.
And then a lot of kids don't qualify for speech under their insurances. So then it's like people just don't take them. I don't know. I think it's just like not enough people go to them.
But do you think just in general that people rub it off them?
I think it's because, well, schools just sometimes don't have the budget for it. Or it's like they're really bad schools, so no one wants to go there. Mm-hmm. Or it's like, I don't know. Actually, I have no idea. I'm just saying things right now.
I know, but my thought process is, why isn't it such a big issue, you know? I just feel like the world kind of brushes it off.
it's like at our school, it's one of the hardest programs. It's like up there with engineering.
Really? Mm-hmm. That's crazy.
So I think it has a lot to do with that. And also a lot of, it's very specific. It's very, very specific. It's speech. You can go like working on your letters and your words and learning how to talk, or you can go like swallowing and teaching like rehab, like after strokes or like after like TBIs, like head injuries and stuff like that. So it's very specific. So yeah, I actually have no idea why it's not enough people in it. I should ask her.
Yeah. Or why isn't it such a big topic in general?
Yeah.
That's my question.
I don't know. There's also, like, no guys in it either. Like...
How many guys do you have in your classes? Just one? I feel like it's always just been one.
It's always, like, one or two. It's, like, the same ones. And then my other class, it was actually... Like, there's, like, 4 new guys. So...
Are they handsome?
No, they're all... I think they're all gay, not gonna lie.
Really? All gay?
I think they're, like, all gay. Yeah.
I want to hear...
Actually, no. One of them has a girlfriend.
Is he handsome? Better not fucking talk to him.
No, his girlfriend's in our major too.
Oh shit! They sit together.
Yeah, they like come in holding hands. We're like, oh.
Yeah. But is he white?
Yeah. Well, yeah. I have no idea why there's very little men. So I interned at a clinic, and they have like grad students and students who are getting their license to be assistants, and they'll like have to do their hours. So they're in there, and when I first started, there was one guy, and there was not one guy in the entire clinic that is staff, and there is speech, occupational therapy.
What about your
and
teachers?
Physical therapy.
You have some male teachers.
I have some male teachers, but
they're not in that department, I guess.
Well, the thing is, like, you can go medical or you can go, like, school in clinical setting. Clinical, I mean, like, just, like, at an office doing what you do at the schools. Mm-hmm. But there's medical where you work at, like, a hospital or a rehab center.
Yeah.
And that's, like...
You're moving your hands a lot.
And that's, like, dealing with...
This is you.
And so, like, hospitals, like, dealing with, like, stroke patients and old people.
What route do you plan to go?
I don't know.
You don't know either?
I don't know, because I've never done medical stuff, so it's like, I don't know if I'd be grossed out by it or not. Because you have to, like, teach people how to swallow.
Can you teach me how to swallow?
No, I don't know how.
Oh, That's hard. What the fuck? How do you describe the movement?
It's really weird when you think about how we swallow.
Pick up your throat?
No! You actually lift your tongue, your tip, and then you like push it back to the back of your throat, and then it goes down.
It's weird how the tongue is the strongest muscle in our body, huh?
It is? It's not weird.
You
Is
can
it
play
really
basketball with it.
It can't keep still?
Mine can't watch.
No, it's wiggling. It's wiggling. But yeah, I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know.
What's the weirdest thing about you're doing right now? Like, what have you experienced that's kind of weird? Or what you have to do? You know?
What do you mean?
Like, you know how you say the medical route is, you don't know if it's going to freak you out or anything?
Mm-hmm.
Has there anything else that's freaked you out?
Well, I've seen pictures of, there's, I think, craniofacial disorders, and it's just like, it's a category of type of disorders, and it's like...
That's in your category too, though?
Deformities of the face,
mm-hmm.
of like your facial features. So obviously if it's like your jaw is like, you know, not formed correctly, you can't talk correctly. And so I've seen pictures of where they put like rods, like straight up like rods here, and they like poke out and they connect right here, like this, on little babies to make sure that their jaw grows correctly.
It stays like that for months, huh?
Mm-hmm.
That's fucking insane.
Yeah, I don't know if I can handle it. I think I'd cry. I think I'd just be like...
Would you be the person putting in the rods and stuff?
No! That's like surgery. No. But we deal with people who have craniofacial disorders because...
And you're saying you wouldn't be able to deal with a kid that has it?
I don't know, because you have to take... Because I don't know if they would get speech therapy at the same time, but it's like...
I had that, Elizabeth. You can't say
I would feel
that.
I would just like feel so sad the whole time if like a child came in and they had
that's
like
why you're
rods.
there to help them.
I don't know.
It's too much for you?
It's really sad. Like, I've seen pictures of little babies, like not even a year old, with these rods sticking out of their faces.
Damn.
Yeah. I think that's like...
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm. I think
yeah,
that's,
when you
like,
showed me that,
scary.
I was kind of freaked out. I was like, what the fuck?
Like, imagine
I thought that was... I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah. It's like to help position... It's like kind of a big brace for your jaw and like other parts of your head. Yeah. That's like the scariest. Actually, I have to learn all about all those disorders soon. I don't know. I've never even heard of these disorders. There's like different types of disorders, but craniofacial is just like the big term for them. Yeah. I actually have a whole class on it.
You remember we had that whole discussion about what deformed means? Deformed?
Yeah, but what was it?
You kept saying... You had your own little opinion and I had mine. I forgot what it was.
I forget.
But you're like really surprised of what it was, what I thought it meant. You remember that?
I remember, but I don't remember what
that was really
we
funny.
Were saying. Though.
Yeah, I forgot what I was saying too. I think it was like, to me, deform means like a body part that's obviously abnormal, right?
Yeah, like it's not supposed to be the way it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you kept saying something about, you pretty much said that was not deformity or whatever.
No, it is. It's deformed if it's like a finger's growing out of your finger.
Uh-huh. I don't know what you were
I don't know what specifically we were saying,
yeah.
But I remember what you were saying.
It was just funny because we were arguing about the definition of deform.
You're funny. All right, well, we're going to do our mystery question now.
Yeah, longer than... Yeah,
so,
I got her sick.
Mystery question.
So, apologize if we sound a little... coughing.
I covered my mic.
She's going to do the mystery question. The mystery question of the week.
Of this week. Okay. Planned or spontaneous? What do you prefer?
Depends what it is. It all depends on what it is.
Just anything.
Just anything? Then that would describe the type of person you would be then, right?
Yeah. What are you?
You are a planned person. She definitely.
Okay, but
I'm spontaneous. You are planned. You fucking plan everything. Every little thing you plan it.
Okay, but also it's
like when we go on trips, what are we gonna do this time? This time? This time? I'm like, I don't fucking know, dude. Let's just go.
Okay, but I like to know what we're doing. But okay, but I'll be okay with switching plans.
Yeah, but it has to be a plan.
Yeah.
You don't like spontaneous whatsoever.
Like, if we don't plan something, I'll stay in the house all day. Like, I don't care. If there's no plan, I'm staying home.
Yeah.
You know? And it's just with trips, it's like, I want to go and do stuff. Like, Omar would...
New York?
Like Omar would sleep in on vacation. And I'm just like, no. We didn't spend all this money to sleep. I need a plan. Where are we going to go for breakfast? What area should we go to breakfast? What should we do after? Are we going to go shopping on Tuesday or are we going to go shopping on Wednesday?
Yeah.
When are we going,
That's hard,
like...
dude. Yeah, I get it if we have something planned, like something big. Like, for example, on that trip, we had zip lining.
We went to Vancouver. I dead ass from day one to the last day planned the entire thing. I would ask him, like, what do you want to do, right? And, like, fill it in. I full on. First day, we're doing this, this, and that. Second day, we're going here, here, here. Third day, we're going here, there, there. Like, I planned the areas of the city we were going to see, on what days, what places sounded good, everything.
You planned the whole trip, and then
the
a year later,
like, to the T. But it was okay. Like, I'm not going to be like, oh my God, we didn't go to this area today. Oh my God. No, like, I'm fine with it.
Yeah.
I'm flexible.
And then a year later, she told me to plan our trip to the Dominican.
No.
You told me that.
This
you obviously
is how
helped.
It started.
Hold on.
No.
Can you let me talk?
Tell the people what it was.
You told me I'm not going to plan this trip because I planned the last trip.
No.
That's exactly what you told me.
Okay, no. So
Can
when
you
we
let
went
me
to Vancouver,
speak?
when we went to Vancouver, I planned it months ahead. Well, not that many because we booked it in May. We went in August.
Yeah.
So I planned it at least a month before. At least. We went to the Dominican. I bought my ticket in like January. We weren't going till July. I was like in March, anxious to plan the entire thing. And Mr. over here was like, yeah. They'd be like, hey, like, there's this package for ziplining, and then there's this and that. Like, which one should we do? He's like, yeah, you just pick whatever you want. Like, yeah. And I was like, dude, I'm not planning anything. I was like, if we're going to plan anything, because he was not helping, I was like, nope. I was like, I'm not going to kill myself over this. You plan it if
That's
you
how
want.
Crazy she is.
And I was like, you do
That's how
whatever
crazy
you want.
are.
If we don't have a plan, whatever. But I was like low-key annoyed, right? Because I'm like, what the fuck are we going to do when we get there? Like, I want to take advantage of it. A motherfucking week before we went. It was like, I was in San Francisco. I was living there still. And the week before, he FaceTimes me. He's like, hey, are we going to plan our trip?
I just wanted to run down the basics of what we were doing. There's basics, like I was trying to explain earlier.
So I hopped on the computer and was like, fine, we'll book this, this, and that. And we booked a couple, like, day trips. It was like ziplining and it was like adventure park thing. So it was like half day or the whole day.
Here, I'm the type of person to find out that I'm going to New York in 2 days and not plan anything.
Okay, but like still, obviously that's different. But we had months to plan and look into things. And he chose a week before.
What's the difference?
To plan anything.
What's the difference?
Well, the thing was, like, I was planning on getting there and booking things once we were there because you were like, I don't know, we'll do it later, You never got to it.
Yeah.
And the fact that he was all of a sudden, you were like low-key, like, we need to plan something. What are we going to do? A week before, I was like, dude, we could have had this settled months ago.
I would have forgot about it.
But I was fine with, like, not doing anything. The only thing is...
But I was fine.
It was just
that
like when
so
you
bipolar.
called... But it was just like when you called me and you were like, we need to plan. And I was like, are you serious right now? I told you I wasn't planning anything.
Yeah, it's just not a big deal.
I just need to have a plan.
You need to have a plan.
I need to have a
plan
plan
I don't give a shit.
just so my mind can be, like, relaxed. And if it doesn't happen, it's fine. But at least my mind...
That's another big OCD you have, huh?
No.
It really is. Look how you get hella into it. Like, I don't know if you're mad or not.
No, I'm not. I just get really...
I'm really mad.
It's just like even on a daily, like.
That's just your routine. You're just you like to have something planned every single day.
Like I have
You need to find out what you're having for dinner tomorrow.
No, I don't.
Yeah, you do.
Do I?
Yeah.
No, that's like the day of.
I'm the type of person fucking go to dinner and be like, what do I have in my fridge? You know? Okay,
I'm not that crazy. But the thing is, like, I have a schedule. Like, I have work, school, weekend.
I don't have a schedule.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it's like, for me, it's like I need to have something going on. I definitely got a little bit of issues, but...
Yeah. We're just different people, dude.
We are. But it works because he can't...
I can't what?
He won't do anything if no one,
mean?
pushes him to do something. So it's like, if I create a plan for the next day, like, he'll do something, but if not, he would just sit here all day. You know it's true.
What do you mean?
Like, because you don't have anything planned, you never look for anything to do. So sometimes it's like you don't do anything because you never thought of doing anything that day. But for me, it's like, I even have to plan, like, if I'm going to do nothing the next day. Like, no, I'll literally be like, well, tomorrow, wake up, go to the gym, come home, watch TV.
Be on my phone.
Do laundry. And that's it. Like, I'll plan that.
Yeah.
There's even times, I talk so much with my hands, but there's even times where I'm like, back to the food thing, where you're like, you need to know what you're having for dinner. Where I'm like, damn, like, if I live with Omar one day, like, I'm going to be that type that's going to have to, no, if, like, we ever have a family, like, kids and shit, like, I'm going to be that mom that's going to have those big-ass calendars and schedule everything in. Have a fucking breakfast menu, lunch menu, dinner menu. Well, not lunch because they'll be in school. But, like, I have to know what I'm going to... Because, especially then, I think that would be really helpful because if it's, like, your kids are, you know, like, life gets crazy, so you have to kind of have to think.
Fuck, just thinking about that.
But he would be like, here, have some cereal. I'm like, no. I want some cereal. Daddy, but... So to answer our mystery question, definitely planned.
Spontaneous.
Yeah. All right. Well, we want to
get. It all depends. It just all depends on.
Yeah. So we want to give a special thanks to our sponsor. Stop from it. I'm totally kidding.
Jesus fuck. That is not my groceries.
No, it's not.
That is not my food of the week.
Sometimes they sound really good. I know.
Yeah.
But
I honestly don't remember the last time I had top ramen.
Yeah, I don't have it too often. Yeah. I also don't buy them for the same reason unless I'm craving it for like that day.
Yeah.
Like, I don't buy like a box of them. My parents never did that.
There's a fly on your head.
Oh. All right. Well, you have anything else to say?
Oh shit. No, that was really awkward.
All right, people. Well, thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, I'm not... Should we post this video before our guest video?
No, it has to go in order.
It really doesn't.
Yes, it does.
It really doesn't matter because we don't talk about any current events. And I feel like...
Well, either way, we still have another video.
I really like this episode because it was really real. And we talked about...
Yeah, but we still have another episode to upload before the guest one.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Could we put this one...
We don't know. We will see you guys on our next episode.
We might have a guest on our next episode. I just want to shout that out.
Yeah. We did film... We're still figuring out when we'll upload it, either before this.
We haven't even reviewed it, so there was a lot of technical difficulties.
We've been having a lot lately.
It was hot as fuck in my room.
And my dog.
Your dog raped me.
Yeah. All right. Well, stay tuned, you guys. We'll see you guys on the next one. Please like, share, and subscribe.
This was me.
Join our podcast family.
Yeah, Celestial Talks podcast once again.
Thank you guys. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.